Yer. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. I mean, you see the sign, you see the sign, you see the smile on my face. It's WrestleMania season. Come on, bro. I'm never just this naturally happy throughout the year, bro. It's gotta be WrestleMania season, gang. But before we get into the vid, bro, as always, I gotta appreciate y'all for the love that y'all be showing, bro. Right here's gonna be the current sub count. I think it's about like 17-ish. That's progress from the last time we like showed that on screen. So again, thank y'all. But by WrestleMania, we're trying to hit 18K. Let's keep the goals in so we got something to be focused on. Looking forward to it, bro. But come on, let's get into what we're here for, bro. You see my little WrestleMania, little baby. I feel like I'm in a WrestleMania hype vid right now, bro. Come on, nigga. We gotta talk about the card. We most likely gonna do 2 different videos. Probably drop one on Friday, the day before, for the night 2 predictions. These are just gonna be the night 1 predictions. So let's get into this, bro. Okay, honestly, because this is not the main event, I'm assuming that it has to be the starter match. Cause I think other than the main event of the show with the CM Punk and the triple threat, I think this is obviously gonna have the most energy attached to it. And when I first thought of him winning the Royal Rumble and then the reaction he got the night after, the first thing I thought about was, bro, can you imagine? Can you imagine if that is done at WrestleMania to close the show, bro? Send people home that happy? That is nuts, bro. That is like a nuts feeling. Just how crazy the yeet be going overseas with the lights and stuff. You can just only imagine. Like, you see how the show ended last year with Cody Rhodes, bro, with all the love being shown, bro. Can you, like, with like a chant? Can you imagine how tough that would be? I don't know, bro. I'm kind of questioning that this is not the main event because of that reason, only because of that reason. Like, I understand the CM Punk, Roman Reigns, big name. I understand that, bro. I can't lie, I understand. But only for the possible celebration that could happen, I'm kind of upset this is not the main event. But honestly, to start the show, if this starts the show and Jey Uso wins, it's gonna be hard for anything that follows that match, bro. Because we're gonna need at least like a 2-3 minute celebration from bro. You know you're gonna be going yeet crazy. There's gonna be 60,000 people in the building. They're gonna be going nuts. So we're gonna need like a 2-3 minute celebration at least from him. So it gotta start the show, bro. It's the only thing that makes sense. But, bro, honestly, when Jey Uso first started to become this, during this run of his singles run, I was kind of questioning him because of the moveset. Feel me? I mess with Jey Uso energy. I mess with him on a mic, even though he's getting better at that damn near every single week, bro. Can't even lie. He's literally getting better on the mic almost every week. But at first I was kind of questioning the moveset. But then I kind of stopped looking at that, looked past it, and just started to fall into the story of him becoming his own man. And I feel like I respect that a lot more. And he's not improved in the ring, but kind of stopped wrestling like he was a tag team wrestler. You feel me? Because he still does the moves that he does, but I feel like in the first part of this singles run, he was still kind of wrestling like a tag team wrestler. And I feel like he's refrained from doing that a little bit. His matches are a bit more entertaining. His mic work's a lot more entertaining. So it's not just the chant and the crowd fair anymore, at least to me. I feel like he's improved overall on top of having all the support and all the backing. Just the story of him finally conquering somebody that it seemed like he had no chance of conquering. That's fire, bro. And for it to be somebody that is really a fan favorite. Like, I look at Jey Uso as like a Rusev. Like, people was really messing with Rusev. And they just didn't pull the trigger, feel me? Not the way that they were supposed to. And Triple H is, it seems like Triple H is learning from that mistake. All the people that are naturally getting over are somehow, or in some amount of time, they're eventually getting some kind of push. And I honestly think this is the time, bro. I don't think he'll disappoint us. I don't think he would do Jey Uso like that, bro. I don't think Triple H would put Jey Uso on the main stage to get swept like it's a playoff series by the same man, bro. That would be kind of crazy, bro. But from the storyline alone, bro, it's just time, bro. 3 strikes. He beat him 3 times. You're out, bro. It's just no more wins. And then these past couple weeks with the involvement of Jimmy, oh, bro, we've got to not see Jay as just a fan favorite guy who's gonna go along with the crowd. We got to see him be a bit more serious. It was like when he was doing his promos with Roman mixed with his newer promos of being a fan favorite. It's like he combined them. And it's now one character, and it's so fire, but I can't lie. His past 2 promos on the past 2 Raws have been absolutely elite. At least to me. I like miles ahead of the ones that he was cutting after the Royal Rumble. Like, some of those were kind of questionable, I'm not gonna lie. But he's getting better. All around, I think it's about time for Jey Uso to win. So my prediction is it's gonna be a Yeet Mania, y'all. Yeah, and I was hype. I was hyped for the Royal Rumble, so I could only imagine what the Mania scene is gonna be like if he wins, bro. All right. Next on my card, I got Jade and Naomi. Now I'm just speculating what this order is gonna be. For me, we only really know that what the main event is gonna be, so I'm kind of just speculating order here. But this, I'm looking forward to personally to see how much Jade Cargill has improved. And I was kind of getting tired of the Naomi Glow character, so I'm so glad it's something a little bit different. These 2 women were on the same team a year ago at the last WrestleMania. So on top of all the storytelling with the jealousy and the turn your back, it's another aspect to this of a year ago they were both on the same team doing the same thing, supporting each other. So that alone is crazy. But this is gonna be Jade Cargill's first, not her first WrestleMania moment, but it's gonna be her first moment to herself, really, because it's her first singles match, bro. Feel me? So that's big for her. Naomi just came back from being a TNA World Champion 2 years ago. Now she has a singles match at WrestleMania again. I think this is just like a big match for both of them, and I think it imprints on what their characters going forward could be, because I feel like Jade Cargill is pretty straightforward. Like, I'm the strong, stoic girl. Like, I feel like that's pretty much her character. So, I mean, I think that's going to be the same direction for her. I'm really looking forward to see how Naomi transitions this character into after WrestleMania, whether win or lose. I think there's a story development for Naomi, whether she wins or loses, to be honest. So I'm kind of 50-50 on this match. I think Jade Cargill wins strictly because she's like been out for months, bro. People were forgetting about Jade Cargill, bro. Like, she just was gone. So she popped back up, make a fuss, and then win at WrestleMania. I feel like that gives her a bit of momentum going into after WrestleMania. Maybe we find a way to put her in some kind of title picture, bro. And what do y'all think about Jade Cargill being in the mid card? Do y'all think because we have mid card championships now that she's gonna be in the mid card off the rip, or do you think that having a WrestleMania match catapults her into the main event scene? I don't know. I'm still pretty 50-50 on that, because I feel like she has main event star power, but I don't know if she's main event ready yet. Feel me? So I don't know. I do want to know what y'all think about that. But overall, honestly, like I said, I think Jade Cargill wins because I think it helps her image more. I think Naomi She's already like crashing out on the edge. So I think regardless if she wins or loses, she has a next step. Like I can already visually see her doing a promo whether she wins or loses on the next SmackDown. So I'm honestly picking Jade Cargill because I think it helps her more. Bro, this match is going to be hilarious, bro. Chad Gable, like it used to be like just an automatic thing because he was associated with Kurt Angle when he first got into the business. But bro, we haven't seen anything close to Kurt Angle like Chad Gable, bro. Like Kurt Angle used to be able to make anything work, anything comedic, anything that was bashing him, making him look crazy, anything that made him look like a psycho, just straight up pure wrestling. He made anything look amazing. This is the same thing for Chad Gable, bro. The series he had against Gunther, amazing wrestling. Everything he's done with the Alpha Academy, absolutely hilarious. This thing he's done with the Luchadors, to us is completely out of his box, but he's done it amazingly well, bro. Like I can't help to think sometimes when I see him on TV that some Luchadors is actually mad at this storyline. I can't help to think of that sometimes, but bro, it's so hilarious. Like the vignettes he was getting when he was on the road searching for the greatest luchador of all time, bro. Him coming out to speak on the behalf of this guy, like this, he's working everything to a T, bro. But in all honesty, you feel me? I'm kind of confused on why it's a WrestleMania match. Just a little bit, bro. Chad Gable definitely deserves a WrestleMania match, for sure. And there's Rey Mysterio, bro. I feel like Rey Mysterio was going to be in the card regardless. But I feel like the only payoff to every feud where somebody who's not a luchador wearing a mask is them getting unmasked. So, like, does that happen at WrestleMania? Like, do you think Chad Gable... I wouldn't be mad at Chad Gable winning the match. Hey, honestly, guys, I don't see Rey Mysterio needing the win or, like... I feel like in this point in his career, he's just out there wrestling, trying to put people over for me. So, Chad Gable gets a win at WrestleMania, but it's not under the Chad Gable name, bruh. Does it hit the same? Does it still attach to his legacy the same way? I don't know. Do wrestlers feel that way? I don't know. I would love to ask a wrestler that. Like, if you wrestle not under your main wrestling gimmick for WrestleMania, does it still count as you? Feel me? Is it still counting the legacy? I would love to ask an actual wrestler that. So I don't see Rey Mysterio winning. I don't know if Chad Gable's gonna maybe Chad Gable unmasks himself after he wins for a big haha. I don't know, bro. But like I said, I'm happy for Chad Gable getting a WrestleMania match, bro. And I'm picking him to win. Because I don't see Rey Mysterio needing to win, bro. This is probably a match that I'm looking forward to seeing the most. Because LA Knight, you see the shirt. You see the shirt. This is not recent, but kind of recent because you got the title. This is a beautiful shirt, by the way. Whoever designed this needs a raise. But last year, in probably the middle of his highest point of hype, LA Knight missed out on WrestleMania, bro. So a year later, he gets his own match with his championship on the line. Feel me? That's already tough. Jacob Fatu, probably one of the quickest impacting wrestlers to come in from another company or just come into the WWE, had the quickest impact, bro. Usually, like Triple H has showed, bro, you earn a little bit, feel me? I say Jacob Fatu has earned, like, people love this man. He's amazing to watch. He's over with the crowd, no matter if he's a heel or a face or an in-betweener. He's over. And he's a he's an absolute joy to watch. It's actually crazy. So to see these two clash in the ring, it kind of feels like a clash of people we love. And Jacob Fatu is gonna show out, and then they're both gonna show out in the ring. Honestly, they're both gonna show out. They are two different types of wrestlers too. That's another reason I'm looking forward to it. Besides the fanfare and all that, they're like two different types of wrestlers. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. But another reason we have been teasing and building towards the dissension between Solo and Jacob Fatu, and I don't know. Before we randomly got a #1 contenders match between Braun and Jacob, I could have sworn we was building towards Solo Jacob at WrestleMania, bro. I could have sworn. But then they announced that, and my first thing was like, oh, Jacob Fatu finna be a champion at WrestleMania. That's hard. But like, maybe not. Like, LA Knight wasn't on WrestleMania last year. He gonna come to WrestleMania this year and take a loss? I don't know about that. I don't know. So what I'm looking forward to seeing the most is to see if Solo's gonna come out, try to quote unquote help him. Feel me? And he failed, and Jacob Fatu just execute him. He gonna make Tama Tonga pick a side. And I don't really know what Tama Tonga does without his tag team partner and his brother. Because if he had his tag team partner, he would be able to kind of just walk away from the situation. But it's just him, so he has to pick a side, bro. He has to pick a side. So I'm looking forward to see if Solo's gonna come out, be a distraction, try to help him, cause him to lose, and then that's when the sparks start flying. Because you know they like to take their absolute time with these bloodline stories, which I'm not mad at, because it's just been hitting. But I like it felt kind of straightforward before the #1 contender match that's where it was going. So we gotta be getting there eventually. And losing a title match at WrestleMania definitely seems like the catapult to get there. That's just my opinion though. So I'm picking LA Knight to win. Honestly, I was excited. I still am excited about this match. Honestly, I'm not even gonna front with you. But I'm disappointed that this is the only tag team match on WrestleMania, bro. Very disappointed in that game. I thought Triple H was supposed to be the catapult to have tag team wrestling back in this biz, but I guess not. We've been trying, and that's why I'm actually confused. Taken on SmackDown, we were building the hell out of multiple tag teams that were going after the tag team championships. So maybe we have a ladder match with all of those teams we've been teasing and getting to go against each other. I think it's like 4 or 5 teams, bro. Why not throw a ladder match in there? We got stuff on the card that's not amazingly built. I feel like that's a better build than the Rey Mysterio match. And I would still want to see the Rey Mysterio match on the card, but I feel like the other tag team title should just deserved a little bit of love, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. But this match, bro, I feel like this is pretty obvious to me. Like, the War Raiders is cool. I mess with them. I mess with Ivar a lot. He's a big, agile man, and they are good tag team champions. But, bro, the New Day, if John Cena didn't turn heel, the New Day would have been the biggest heel turn, bro. We cannot forget that. If John Cena did not turn heel, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods had the biggest heel turn, bro. Come on, bro. We literally forgot about how devious these men were once John Cena turned heel. They were the demons. Bro. So it needs to culminate at WrestleMania. They need to prove Big E wrong at WrestleMania, bro. So my obvious prediction is the New Day, bro. They need to smash them. Well, they're probably not gonna smash. Is this a no DQ match? Like it was on Raw? It should be, because they was talking crazy. But yeah, I'm picking a New Day. They matter of fact, I'm guarantee. I need to Charles Barkley me that the New Day is walking out champions. Come on, bro, lock in, bro. It's not even an actual prediction. This one is where it get tricky, bro. Because if I'm being 1,000% honest with you, my hype when this was first announced, when Charlotte Flair first sat down in that chair and said that she picked her, my hype from this was strictly from that WrestleMania. I think it was 38 or 39, whichever one it was. The Rhea Ripley Charlotte Flair match. One of the best women's matches I've ever seen. Hands down. Not even a question. So my hype strictly came from that. I seen what she could do for an up-and-comer fighting for a title at the biggest stage of them all. I've seen what she could do. So I'm like, I know what Tiffany can do now. I seen her wrestle crazy. So I can't wait for that to happen at WrestleMania. It's going to be tough. Going to be probably match of the night. And then they started talking to each other on the mic. And started saying outrageous things to each other. So I don't know, bro. It's looking like real beef. And those become the best fights. So I'm more looking forward to this match because of the beef now. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you, bro. I'm waiting to see how hectic this match can get, bro. I wish. Not wish. Because it probably would have got devious if they made it a no DQ. But I just want to see if we can see the hatred that we were seeing in promos in the match. And if it's going to make it a better match or a worse match. Because visual hatred can make a match terrible because they're just actually fighting, or it can make it really good because they're trying really hard. I'm hoping for the try really hard option. Maybe a little bit of fight in between. Because there ain't going to be no security guards. There ain't going to be no interviewers trying to stop them now. So they could go all out. I'm looking forward to that. That's what I'm looking forward to. And honestly, I'm not a Charlotte Flair hater as much as other people. Maybe because I wasn't watching when she had first stepped onto the scene and was dominating. So I'm not really that tired of her yet. But I wouldn't be completely mad if Charlotte Flair walked out as a champion. Because story-wise, it kind of proves that Tiffany isn't ready. Just storyline-wise. And then Tiffany would get her dub back. Like, that's how those stories work. So I wouldn't be mad at that. And honestly, with the way the public is reacting towards Charlotte Flair, I honestly think Triple H would do that. I think he would make Charlotte Flair win with the way the public is reacting to her. I want Tiffany to win because it's a big win for a youngin at WrestleMania. Strictly for that. That's always going to be fire. But now that I'm thinking about it, Charlotte Flair can be a demon if she wins at WrestleMania. Like, the promo, she can be an actual asshole. Like, and that can be her new character. Which, people already see her that way, so why not? She win the title and then just, feel me? I don't think we expect Charlotte Flair to be around for a year straight, feel me? So I think she can get the title, have a few months of run, be a demon, put some people over after her title run is about to be done on a sliding end. She puts somebody over who dethrones her, or she loses to Tiffany Stratton again. I wouldn't be mad at that. I really wouldn't. If Tiffany Stratton wins, would she just brag that she's the new era? She was already doing that, bro. Like, I love Tiffany Stratton. I fuck with her. But I like to see something different. Especially after a WrestleMania win or loss, feel me? Like, exactly, like, for me, if Charlotte Flair loses, what does she do? Go disappear again? Come out on Friday and say, oh, I'm not who I thought I was? She's definitely not going to do that. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm picking Charlotte to win, bro. Mark my words, bro. Charlotte's gonna win, bro. I was literally picking Tiffany Stratton the entire time since it was announced. Every time I was talking to people, every time I was thinking about it, I'm like, Tiffany gonna win. But now I'm sitting here thinking about it on the record for the official. I'm going. I'm going. I'm gonna pick the Flair. Nigga. Woo! I'm picking Charlotte Flair, bro. She gonna win, bro. And now for the main event, bro. First of all, has anybody noticed everybody from the Anoa'i family is fighting on this night? Jacob, Jay, Roman. I don't think it's no Samoans on the other. I don't think it's no Samoans on night 2, bro. Maybe that mean the Rock is gonna do something on night 1. We'll see. But get back to this. Dude, I feel like this is a hard match to predict. I honestly don't think Roman needs a W. He's in the main event and he's not a champion, bro. He doesn't need a W. He's already mad big, bro. He don't need a W. Honestly, I don't think CM Punk necessarily needs a W either. To be honest with you, if we're talking about just as a fan who I see that kind of needs a W, especially at a big place like WrestleMania, I think it would be Seth Rollins, bro. In this feud, even though we as fans, especially since CM Punk came back, we've been itching to see the Seth Rollins CM Punk at WrestleMania. And we finally kind of got to that point, and he's kind of like forgotten. Like he's definitely had the best promo out of the 3 of them. I'm gonna be real. He's had the best promo out of 3 of them. He's showing up on the most shows, and yet he's still kind of in the back because of the star power of these two, which happened last year in the tag team match. When he was World Heavyweight Champion, he was almost shoved in the back again. And then he lost his title at WrestleMania, bro. Feel me? So as a fan, I think Seth Rollins kind of deserves this win, bro. CM Punk got his main event. Roman Reigns is here for storyline purposes and because he's the biggest name in the company. Feel me? I feel like Seth Rollins kind of deserves this, bro. I've been seeing people saying have Seth Rollins walk out with Paul Heyman. We don't need that, gang. I promise you, we don't need that. Seth Rollins is one of the people that don't need a mouthpiece, gang. Like even CM Punk back in the day didn't really need a mouthpiece. It was just kind of an add-on, but we don't need another version of that, bro. With Paul Heyman, do y'all think Paul Heyman takes a break from TV after this? Especially if one of his guys don't win? Yeah, he usually takes a break before he switches to his next advocate. I'm thinking the forgotten child of the feud is going to win. Especially the way Raw ended it with Seth Rollins standing tall. I don't know. I mean, I felt that way kind of before that. Seeing that last night on Raw with Seth Rollins standing tall made me think twice about having Seth Rollins winning it. I was like, damn. You know the stigma. Usually, if you seen last standing tall, you're most likely the person not gonna win. So that had me second guessing that the whole night. But I'm gonna stick to my gut, bro. Vince, I know we hate him. I know he's cringe. I know he's nasty. But he used to have like a formula for WrestleMania of sending people home happy and stuff like that. Which is why I kind of questioned not having Jey Uso actually main event the show. Because we know that's the best feel-good moment of the weekend. If it's not John Cena. That's why it's kind of weird to pick who will win this match. Because I think the only person who would get like a monstrous pop from this is probably CM Punk. But what does CM Punk win and get? Does he get his championship opportunity? Does he get Paul Heyman to come back to his side? Like, I don't know. But by not having Jey Uso main event the show, I think Triple H has already thrown the Vince McMahon formula out the window of having the fans be sent home as happy as possible. Because if that's what he wanted, Jey Uso would be main eventing. So I think he's thrown out the window. So for that reason, on top of the other reasons, I'm picking Seth Rollins, bro. If he's throwing the formula out the window and it doesn't matter to him to get the fans sent home happiest, I'm picking Seth Rollins. And those are my WrestleMania predictions for night 1. We're going to do a night 2 vid in a few days. We're probably going to drop it on Friday. Y'all let me know what y'all think's going to happen in night 1, man. I appreciate y'all stopping by as always, bro. I appreciate the love y'all been showing, bro. Like I said, trying to hit 18K by WrestleMania night 2, bro. I appreciate y'all support as always, bro. I'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, mama, yeah, I'm sorry.